that Turkish or what?
English language.
I don't know that word. Thank you very much. I would write it down.
English is means lies.
Yes. But your task force participated in entrenching this lie.
You
agree?
In the sense, yes. Because we were relying on the reports that those previous investigations had. Answers contained in those investigation reports is what we were relying on believing and subsequently furnishing it to those concerned. The authorities.
But you all knew that information was false.
I said, that fact is as clear as the broad daylight. I'm very sorry to say that I wouldn't want us to labor, but I said that everything was there and the suspicion was there. I
do not want to reduce it to suspicion. You all had knowledge. You said it is clear. So that is different from suspicion. You all knew quite clearly it was a clear and present fact. But because of the perpetrators did not come out and say we did it, you don't want to, you always have your reservation on that. But why man say they are kusutomba sembendila menna? Adumenu baratala wulufunalu man finti kafa kontele nyinke na kete nina yeleke. Wala na foi mariela sobo soto dal yelo dula soto beda nadami. I am prepared to accept that you did not have all the information. But you had sufficient information to know that the information that was given to you to be passed on to the Ghanaians was all false. So therefore, with that knowledge, you all participated in a cover-up of a national shame for the Gambia government. True.
Unwittingly. But
I am not prepared to accept that qualification. It was done wittingly, deliberately, expertly, consciously, willfully, with full knowledge. Chair, I beg to ask counsel this question, please.
Chair, I swear to Allah, counsel, if you were there, you were not going to do otherwise. Knowing the wrath that will be meted out to you, that will be sobila come far and ning when you know all that, you belong. I swear nobody would do otherwise.
Are you saying that to confirm the proposition I have made to you?
Very correct.
That you all acted deliberately, consciously, with full knowledge that the government was making you all to lie and cover up the national.
We were being given those information to give.
e ka okibaro le dintel lawtumo puru ndel fanalu sio di.
But the thing is, you are still answering a different question. The question is, you all did that with full knowledge of the fact that you were feeding lies to cover up a national shame.
Very correct, sir, because we were not at liberty.
Tonyala yafanya tonyala hakang barintelu fanalo mantaram fansawo.
And that was why the diaries were adopted.
Now when it comes to this diary thing, it's now when this testimony happened, I come to realize some of these diaries were doctored.
During a sedero ketajang diamulalu diamuta utembolong anata ko intema ko yara tonya hani o diary ulufangulu yebulo maila le kakulu falinje.
I want to tell this honorable commission.
Lieutenant Falangin Commission bunyari wenko.
I was not in all the sittings.
Ndema mabe ila bengulu beto de.
Some of my absence were definitely deliberate.
No, I just asked you why. The very obvious.
It's not to get myself too involved in people's lies. The day this diary was being given or presented, it was handed over to the Honorable Minister, current Honorable Minister.
Honorable Minister
I remember it was during a weekend by Jabang and Numo. Where it came from, I don't know. But I suspected that was the Bara diary.
Why?
Because that was the question asked, that they want to see the Bara diary.
At the time when Gambia government was denying that they had in fact landed in Bara? Correct?
That's correct.
At the time when Gambia government is saying that all these people
were released on humanitarian bail and they disappeared into thin air.
So, I mean, with all this, you were being warned to be careful. You deliberately absented yourself sometimes. Why?
Council is here, if you are sick, and your report is that you are sick, there is nothing that can make you well. One example. I was Director of Internal Security Operations.
Director of Internal Operations la Carola Otumbo.
There are other numerous other operations going on in the country.
And we are
at that material point in time, amongst all the panel members, I happen to hold more responsibilities than any of them. There were instances that it's possible that I cannot be present at all times.
The question is not when you have legitimate excuse to be absent. The question is, why did you deliberately absent yourself sometimes? And also, why would anybody advise you to be careful with that activity?
ni sulo be jame alon ko kole ferete je faysi sisma be baliano manke woti nyini ngaro mende wala nyidi ko fa manke nyidi fanan ko fo tawunte mun ya sabu tawunte ya ka ibuka sonna kana
having knowledge of what had transpired
londo sotorino kola ka long men keta
getting too jittery and being afraid
hanfo anate mari dewundi fay silata
you see
just finish that.
Being jittery and be afraid, at least if you are going to be involved, let it be minimal. At least your presence is recognized. You saw that you cannot be beating on both sides. No, you can't.
So essentially, you try to preserve yourself by being present now and again.
Partial presence.
And this is as a result of the fact that you had full knowledge. It was dangerous to proceed in this activity.
And we are kibaro soto kulu la membe keri menketa and asikeno kusangara rinoti yetentenke fandundi nkoko.
The knowledge was not official, but my suspicion were very correct.
Ngalolo me soto amanke kuna soto mansala silo le la wala londo la barkule me ya lonko nte fango sobita ala nyami andu no sobo anataka kuti me ya lonko kusobo ngoti.
I have one observation. Tell me whether I'm wrong. This task force is comprised of all the people who would have the relevant information.
Task force ni memu nyinka fo de mentom mo molle me alon ko be ko alon ko be mo molle me alon ko nyin kibaro be kume kumbaje kaso ibaso dal.
You mean our task force?
Yes.
Wala min telangin kafori ha.
The Director of Internal Security and Operations at the NIA.
Director me alon ko adala marlin tanko kunyala kono do aning banta aning go tamandiri nyala NIA.
If there is any
ning ayatara
chance of a major leakage,
that
is one important area where such leakage would come from. Correct?
It's possible.
So they chose the boss of that place to ensure no leakage. The CMC, the Crime Management Coordinator, the person who oversees the investigation of all crimes in the country.
Crime Management Coordinator, me alongo atela kay kujawol ke be ka funyo make to bendi nyokam of banko kanjang.
And the person who carried out the initial investigations.
And the more me alongo follow to me alongo atele kiskisiro nyindamda.
Those are the people comprised in this task force. They were deliberately chosen.
I beg to differ. There was not any one time that I was privy to any information with regards this Ghanaian issue at the NIA at the time.
Wati man soto wato me alonko ntenga kibar koiko soto nyingana ko la kuoto wo NIA wato membe NIA wo.
Let me ask you, would it have been wise to select Jallo? Usman Jallo in your office.
Usman Jallo in office.
Usman is a very blunt person. Would not have been wise. He was going to speak his mind.
Because
he has a foreknowledge. From point A, the initial point, he has all the knowledge. So to corrupt his mind will be difficult. They decided to bring some of us here who had no knowledge about it.
Council,
please let me learn, Council.
But also, they selected the heads of the institutions who would have the information. and ask them to cover up. There was no better way of doing it.
Somehow. In fact, in order to add more secrecy to that operation, this is why they initially wanted it housed at the NIA. I was afraid that if there is any leakage, I am going to be the first person to be asked. This is why we rejected that. No. Hence the police started. Let's do it at the police. Sorry, sir. And I came to learn that the CMC was totally new in this whole thing. He had no knowledge. He was never involved. I was never involved or had pre-prior knowledge to whatever they have been investigating. Likewise, Aziz.
But nonetheless, you all knew that this was a cover-up operation.
Let us not label on that. I said that is it. It is.
And by participating in covert operations, you have pretty much violated the laws of this country. Because you are furthering the purposes of a criminal enterprise.
I disagree, sir. I was not investigating.
We don't have to. We don't have to argue on that. Leave that to the commission. But knowing what you know now, in fact, no. Let me revise that question. Knowing what you knew at the time, you tried to play both sides. Not to be very involved. Isn't it because of your knowledge that this was wrong? And do you have any regrets?
I do.
Tell us.
It's sad that innocent lives were lost. But this is so. We will have to take the executive accountable. In my profession as a security officer, there is a hypothesis that a wrong information was peddled by some pseudo-intelligence officers. And many who report directly to the presidency at the time. If the officer commanding investigation at that time, the director of operations at that time had verified that, ascertained that these people were illegal immigrants, those refuting the fact that they were mercenaries. But the hypothesis would be, having gone through the testimonies of Martin Kerr, when they left Barra all the way to Banjul Terminal, They were seen by some security officers, probably the soldiers. And if I'm right, based on his testimony, they were shot at. That is when they turned back to go back to Bara. Correct me if I am wrong, sir. In order to justify that negligence and that uncalled shooting, taking into consideration the celebration held at the time, could it possibly be those pseudo intelligence officers must have misconstrued that fact? To hide or to wash off all the mess that was created, opening fire on boats for nothing. In order to authenticate or to justify those negligence, could it possibly be that they will say these are mercenaries we are shooting at? Well, as a Keno Nintilo, and those debunking those that the initial report presented by those security officers that these are illegal immigrants. This is why I say it's hypothetical. I'm not saying that is what happened.
But Mr. Witness, that is clearly a red herring. It just takes us to no man's land. It is of no significance. Because the law is about how you treat a person who has been brought under official custody.
I think I said that earlier. If you look at the entire operations, from the day of arrest to the day of all the killings, from my day is inside 48 hours or less 48 hours. No,
1 week.
Where was such investigation conducted to condemn those people? Which institution did the investigation and brought in the case files? Which court had their case? Which judge give those sentences? So I think this was the blunted disregard for human rights. Wasting of life for nothing. Impatience.
Or paranoia. No further questions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Counsel, and thank you, Mr. Drammeh, for your testimony.
Mr. Drammeh,
Commissioners, if you have any questions, someone to ask, please indicate. There are no, Commissioner Samba, you have the floor, please.
Commissioner Samba.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Drammeh, until the kala question killing the yemen for alla meeting quote kafuko nalbe meeting ola kake weekend ola kon.
Lieutenant Kala Mr. Drammeh. I want to ask you one thing, Mr. Drammeh. About your meetings, you said your meetings are always held at weekends.
And I
think working hours start from Monday to Friday.
Time about in a meeting or bukake working hours alkaba before weekend work on alkaki.
Then why is it that you don't have your meetings during working hours? You have to do your meetings during weekends.
Madam Baraka.
Thank you very much, Madam.
Security la doko nindo kudul manke kilinti.
The work of the security units are different from other units.
Security la doko is 24 hours.
The work assigned to security goes on for 24 hours.
Security buka close doko.
Security people don't close from work.
And I'm not saying that doko nkake weekend or damalla.
And I'm not saying that we work only during weekends.
As far as in the Kalamuta,
as far as according to my knowledge,
jama na doko kake police headquarters lito.
Most of our work is done at the police headquarters.
At our convenience, asatra na doku tila na doko nyantami bekela ngabang.
That happens after our daily chores have been done and our work has been completed for the day.
Nimol jita,
after we close from work,
asatra na doko banna official to.
And by that time we have completed the jobs at the offices, then we meet.
And
when we meet, the questions that come up, we discuss it amongst ourselves and try to see the way forward. And it doesn't mean that a lot of meetings were held.
As far as I know, meeting full attend police headquarters.
As far as I know, I attended only 2 meetings at the police headquarters.
And I remember meeting full sort of weekend because timely binding.
And I remember there were only 2 meetings which were held during weekends because we were running after time.
And in that meeting, in that
meeting, I attended 1 meeting.
I hope you will question answer.
I hope I have answered your question.
Question flanja wala mnyintiko.
My second question is
alter security role alnanta mune fola Ghanaian wole purka ihakedani because faro mente alter security le atena faro kita.
You security people, what do you have to tell the Ghanaians to ask for forgiveness because the killing was carried out by security units of this country? The reason for saying that is
Kabirin day 1.
From day 1.
Security officers
security officers who went to collect these people from the beach. They said these people are here to fight. But not a single one of these people were having arms. And each of them had only 1 small bag. And a report was forwarded saying that these people were mercenaries. A second one also went.
The same thing.
The same report was given by the second person, and none of them stood to say that these people are migrants.
Kan ko mel be report di lay bebe place wala ñinin kam pour me yalon ko yaaya jamme si pour ke place do ka foko ñim bentale fasa kan o ñim bentale government la makoy kam pour ñil nata boyin kam.
The reason for that is all of them were seeking positions from Yaya Jammeh. They all wanted positions, higher positions, and whereby Yaya Jammeh will think that these people are helping me to secure me.
Kan ko mel baby je wol mu top officers no leti mel ya lon ko dia known for investigation and ya lon ko ye men investigate to nyate e kata lo e ka fuko mercenaries no la minti e wandi di wul fa fu faltiyo kama.
And all those who were involved were top-ranking officers from security units, and they all stood and gave false information to Yaya Jammeh for their own interests. And what resulted from that was innocent foreigners were killed for no apparent reason.
So it is minister me along ko sidani ro ke men satina e yam fay kan ko telephone ambulata o mol konol.
Now what do you have to say to ask for forgiveness because all of you were involved in this thing?
Abaraka.
Thank you.
Na mira kol katanya sorry the formano but na mira ilafta filila katanya to demanding.
Well, as things how things were going, I think there is something where you want to miss.
New filita
If I go astray, just bring me back onto the path.
Nami moy testimony follow to minu nata jang.
The first testimonies I listened to, those who came here, the first ones.
Mo follow min ko itol frata bara fo itol nyani minu nya.
The first people who said that they saw these people when they met at Bara face to face.
Min kata Usman Jaloti.
One of them being Usman Jallo.
A reporter Alfaya.
He went and gave his report to his senior.
Aya tandiko ninu ne manke buenka rauti.
He informed his boss that these people are not mercenaries.
Anala wo boss fana.
And his boss also, I think he also forwarded the same information to his Director General. Wherever this information came from, saying that these people are mercenaries,
I think one question is for the president, the former president Yaya Jammeh.
I think that question is for the former president Yaya Jammeh. And I think from the commission also, the people who did those killings, those who came here and confessed that they are junglers, they are the people who did the killing. They are the people who killed these Ghanaians and the others. And that was not the end. They killed other Gambian citizens. I think they explained where they get their orders, who asked them to go and kill these people.
Security soul.
The security people.
We all know that we all know that
the junglers are here in this country.
Nobody
was, nobody had the daring mind to face these people. People were afraid of them.
Being said, Sino Janga for Jongulatem by Wotumo, Momote Hanyale Kumo for Jongulali.
Today we can sit down here and talk about the junglers this, junglers that. But in those days, nobody had the daring mind to talk about the junglers or even face them.
And be Alhamdulillah.
But today, thanks to Allah, they themselves came here. They confessed to the killings.
Security police
there were some security people didn't take part. The police were not involved. The NIA were not involved.
And
the other soldiers were not part
because the creation of even these junglers is illegal.
Because the creation of that unit, the junglers, is even illegal.
Because the Gambia Armed Forces Act
because the Gambia Armed Forces,
no person shall be allowed to create any other forces within the outside the Gambia Armed Forces.
Because the forces are already here. So nobody should create another force which is different from the Gambia. But if as things go, they did everything.
And we all know that Jongulal be Sabatrin State House Lekono.
And we all know that the Junglers are based at State House.
Under the State Guards.
Under the State Guards.
Jang securities don't you muneke wato?
What did the other securities do about that?
Madam,
Madam, I've seen it that
Wandi dingol ka wol tajiriya ke fa kensen amanyang.
Innocent people, foreigners, to get hold of them and brutalize them is very wrong.
Amanda foreigner hadamadu hadamani ke fa kensen no amman faruku ke mamra nyang takel.
Not only foreigners, any human being who didn't commit anything wrong, much more killing people, they should not be arrested. This is something which made everybody sad. But those who did the killing, definitely they came here and said that they did the killings. The reasons why they did the killing, the person who gave them the orders, they narrated everything here.
Inte de ma fenne ja security global dame ko mi alon ko sa for security sol lefa.
Well, I've not seen in any instance where that one can say that.
I am sorry, the Barngamira Jongla Lesita Jang, Besirindam, Itolo Farolke.
If I say something wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it was the junglers who came here, sat down here, confessed that they did these killings.
So the bulk of Jabiro,
well, the bulk of this answer, I think the junglers can give the answers.
Personally,
me personally, if things come from my side, this is very painful. And it is very sad. You catch somebody, you don't find even a stick with him. You don't find any arms with him. You didn't investigate. You didn't take that person to court. You didn't take that person and you decide to do away with them in this manner. It's very sad. And it is very painful. I will quote one hadith.
Imam, I stand to be corrected.
Imam, well, I stand to be corrected.
Man kana tu hijratuhu lidunya aw yusibuha yankihuha fa hijratuhu ila ma hajara ilayhi. Ni momorandi yakwo kuka minke nyin dunya ko le kamala.
If you commit any crime or if you do anything just because these worldly matters,
inshallah, Allah
will pay you the price.
Question or answer.
I don't know if I have answered your question. The reason why I said that you also contributed,
because report data.
Because the report which was given,
Gambia government ko.
I think you said it here that Gambia government said you should be very careful about what to say and what to do.
And
all of you knew at that time that these migrants just missed their way and came here. But they are innocent, they didn't commit any crime, they didn't do anything. When you were advised to be careful of what to say and what to do when these investigators come here, you should have told those people there and then, well, this and this has happened, this and this has happened, so why shouldn't we come out with the truth?
Madam Itonya.
You are right, madam. But I want to show you one thing. We didn't carry out any investigation. What we were tasked to do, I beg your pardon? What they asked was, I'm talking about the task force. What they asked is what the government gave us so that we can hand it over to them. We want to go to so and so place. We carry them there. We want to talk to so and so. And we make sure that we bring that person. What you said is quite true.
But under the circumstances at that time,
what they said and what they wanted to be done, and if you go against that, if it was me, Ebrima Drammeh, it might be possible that I will not be able to sit down here today. But all what you said is true. But how things panned out at that time, if you see something taking a trend, those who committed all these crimes, they brought here, they were brought here so that they can Those who didn't do anything, well, those are the people they brought. All what you said is true.
I hope no question answer.
Okay, thank you very much. We all know
the era that has just ended. The Mandinka proverb said, if they compare two people for you, your friend and somebody else, you will choose your friend. But if you are compared yourself with your friend, you will take yourself, you will choose yourself. I think may Allah have mercy on his soul, but what Ben did, he lost his position, but he remained with Allah. And you people also who come here to testify, if you narrate as you did, well, this mingling going around will not happen. Because we all knew what transpired here in those days. What I can say at this position is that all those who were involved will ask for forgiveness from Allah and those you have offended. But there is a proverb which says that a donkey shaking its head cannot drop its ears. Madam, I've heard your statement, madam. Mandinka said that a soap cannot wash itself. William Shakespeare said, there is no art to find the mind's construction on the face. Kutekering mense mo hasondo mo kono kunya luje anyadato. Bochino achebe ko. One can pick a ripe corn by its looks. One can pick a ripe corn by its looks. Mosi tubani moringo sutelo akalangolale. Madam, Madam, we've just left a very difficult era. May Allah protect us and keep us away from anything like that again. But why? This TRRC is so good. It is so... people who took these honors on them and came here, they knew the crimes they committed, just like what brought me here today. First of all, the incident of these Ghanaians didn't find me in this country. Junglers went and killed all of them. 3 years after, investigators came, and by that time, internal investigators, which I was not aware of, tax force and they said I was part of a task force. And they said if these people investigators, whatever they ask, let's they told us to answer their questions based on this paper given to us, and wherever they want to go, let's take them out there. I'm just saying things to shorten the whole thing. A destructive thing happened in this country. Some terrible things happened in this country. 50-something lives, just to destroy them like that. Especially among reasonable, there was no reasonable or actionable intelligence. Especially Dalila Tala, no reason. That thing is very sad, and it's really mind-blogging. And then I pray to Allah that and I pray to Allah, never again something like this to happen in this country.
Thank you.
Imam Jallo, you have the floor, please.
Imam Jallo for
Witness,
Akosedo.
my question is going to hinge on just how you have ended.
We pray
that such a thing should not happen anymore in this country.
But
the picture is, you people were created to create a report that was not true. Knowingly or unknowingly, you promoted the report. Today, many of you are still in the service of the Gambia government. Even if you regret the actions that were taken, but this is contradictory to any form of religion or action related to human nature. Now my question is, how did you manage to live under this circumstance? Judging from the outlook you portray as a very religious person and truthful, truly you are a truthful person. But you have been convinced by circumstances beyond your control, maybe. To take part in an action that is totally illegal. And now you are living to see what had happened in the past. The whole world presently in the Gambia is talking about for security sector reform. I want you to advise us, the young people in this country, about the oath of office you take, and your conscience, to ensure that, as you had quoted earlier in the Holy Quran, that one fine day you will answer for your actions. Because our younger generation should be trained to have conscience and to act according to law and to real conviction. How can you relate this with the sector reform that is going to come for particularly the armed forces of the Gambia?
Ya Imam.
Al-Imam al-Ra'in wal-Imam al-Mas'ul wal-Ra'iyati. Kullukum ra'in wa kullukum mas'ulu an ra'iyatihi. Imam, is up to the laughter from killing. I want to clarify one issue.
Imam laughter kuma killing senayandi.
I have never been involved in any investigation with regard to this Ghanaian issue whatsoever. But I was a task force member to facilitate issues between the fact-finding mission and the Gambia government. Anything presented to that fact-finding mission is given to us to give. It's not our making. Many investigation don't play our role. So
yo kaito dintelale puruna adino luntangulu la melu bina bari manke ko ntelle fawlu sita ngaw kayto dada
kala zorra kala jusubo
ani manjusubo leftale moli ya moy ikamemfo katu wala yenati jang
kala kamfa
ani kamfa kunta astaghfirullah wanda lilonde.
Thank you so much.
Leftale moli ya moy ikamemfo katu na mirena ta wala jang.
Anyway, kala zorla go by your pace.
Ah, bituo ngatenteng.
Order.
Yeah, Imam.
Order.
Imam.
One of the ways
Silolu kono kilembiji
is for every executive
wole mnyatonka wo nyatonka
to respect
puriyenyi mbunya soto
the establishments that are under your purview.
ku sabati rimulu bunda lo rimulu menu bete koto puriyenyi bunya.
When they advise you from any professional point of view,
ni yamaro keta membota bulu men keta lonnati o koto
for you to look into it soberly.
Purisa ko jube ning hakilola.
We are aware of the facts that
Mbotanyi mtonyalu kalamaleko
what the Mandinka will say,
Mandinkolu bafula mennako
Mansa tulo diata tulo jamfata,
leaders' ears are very, very sharp and they go for a long distance.
Inyal fanan jamfata,
And that's how their eyes also zoom.
ibulol jamfata.
And their arms are also long.
If we are to go by what the deductions were made by the various people before me,
Ning ayatara na kolu ta nyinna molu menu follow tantolu nyato woli ye kolu menu hapu ye haima ye bondi
and all the witnesses that came before me,
and in sedolu menu belo tante nyato
they succinctly said that these people were illegal immigrants and not mercenaries.
will be nyini blankel mako nyini mu uda ilaleti bari manke boyin kandir laluti.
So the idea and the decision that these people were mercenaries did not come from them.
Woto wolu menu keta wo kuma fola folo luti ka foko nyini mu boyin kandir laluleti wo kuma mambo wolu bulude.
This is why I say pseudo intelligence officers.
Wala na nganyim foko ka fo danko doron kullo dinkarin do kulalu.
So it's good that whatever executive it is that is there, it must have to believe.
Wala na ko wota beteata nyaton ka wonyo ton ka ibe dawo dato ni nyanta kelena lanno letiko
In the critical analytical report presented to them,
kiribo kibar detaila akorosi ya kesemeti ya jaba kese wodo foyno kesoka
to look at them soberly before you arrive at any decision.
isa jube kende ke hanfo ne janita bina kukela isa kata hanfo yeto nya keso bondiji.
Number two,
fulanya
there is the need for us to look into the laws.
ni musolo leti pour nga lualu fanal kono jibe
As superior officers,
ni mu nyaton koti
not under any circumstances,
amanya na kala nyawnyandi nyama
as superior authorities,
ko ite mu nyaton ko leti kango bebulu
not under any circumstance,
ando amanya na kala ko kundi lanyati
should false information be peddled to your junior ranks.
imanya na kuma soto balo tala kadila dindingulu la menu bebu
Nor be asked to do the wrong thing.
andu imanya na kuja wo fanantala kata mandi.
I think these are areas that need to be strengthened
na mira ulumu fanna leti nyanta dama misembentu ya
so that not all and sundry will be at leverage to do whatever they want to do.
nyin kamala ko mo womondin kana wuli doro ye fansum son miraro nin kunna miro ta yetama wala
On the basis and or the platform that I'm superior officer.
ka fonyin kamala ko ndemu nyaton kaleti wala ndemu kanti oleti sembo benna.
Above all,
wo be santola
we must have faith.
nyanta dan kene yala fanan
And at all times,
andu wato
be prepared to establish the truth.
na pare na kata akoleata nyonyandi ngal tonyalondi.
Our conscience must be clear.
na sonno molu nyanta seneyala le
Council will agree with me.
council be sonna na kumola le
In my first pre-hearing prior to my first appearance,
na kacha fono men ngaka ja nimbe findila commission nyatili wala
I
ja
told the issue, I said, I think I want to tell you about this Ghanaian thing.
na nyine fono nomira ko nyanta ganan lefta ganan ko la nyikumo fone
Because that was the right time now for me to talk.
kato tumole wato te prunte diamu
Like I said, if I had talked earlier,
But probably
the junglers would have paid me a visit.
As a junglers, you don't kumbabo.
Yeah, Imam, I suppose I've answered your question.
Yeah, Imam,
Thank you. Mr. Drammeh, if you have any concluding remarks to make, please proceed to do so.
Mr. Drammeh, ni fanambela kumukango kumfala kacha menna, hivi lafta memfala banko mwenye, nketele lamu bismillah.
Can we make it short, considering you're having a second bite at the cherry?
Between council konisa suti andinode. Kafu kindiri fulanja kubije.
Yaje nunkalaja wati o wati.
You see, whenever I am coming here,
lead council as a fall de kamba.
I always prepare myself for lead council as a fall.
Full tank later.
If I am taking fuel, I always take a full tank.
I admire your courage.
Ila jusubengo ayenyabu back.
I admire your bravado.
Ila fatia anila kolu lanya ayenyabu.
All of you are honorable citizens of this country.
Atel bremu banku din kendo leti menu nim bunya besiri nim banko kan.
You're sitting here
Ila siyo jang
trying to establish the truth.
Purka katakatonya sabatindi.
The facts
Ka kusoto ngulu banke.
all these abuses that had occurred.
Tajire yalu ninyi nyanta tinyalu menu beketa.
It's such a honorable job.
Umu do ku bunya rim baleti.
It is very, very sacrosanct.
Andu do kolo meya lonko ani hormolemu.
It's only Allah
Ala doronemu
that will reward you people.
memba telu jola.
This commission
Nying commission
was long overdue.
nying anyanta nala junale nu.
My advice to the Gambian people
Na ya maro membe mbemendi la Gambian kolula.
is few.
Adoyata.
Let us be peace-loving.
Na ke Cairo kanun teuluti.
Let us be patriotic.
Na ke banko kanulalti banku din kendolu.
Let us try to love one another.
Na nyo kanu, na nyo horoma na nyo bunya.
The Prophet Muhammad said,
Mbela kila Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
even where it has he come across someone's evil or wrong deeds,
Ako halina ta ilota mola kulu kuna ilota ngaibo kunto. Menketa kuja woti.
if you cannot advise him to stop,
Nitaya marno la prayo kuruya bula.
please keep quiet.
Otoite ede.
Today, every day,
Luolu
we are insulting one another.
mbenyonenna.
People do not have regards even for elders.
Molu mahani kebalu man alifalu bunya.
My principle
Ntela sarto.
was few.
Doyata nu.
First of all,
Follow.
I know that I am an African
Ngalon kontemu mo fundu dingoleti.
and I'm not an European or an Asian or an Arab.
Adum manke Arab tim manke Europe banku dinti manke Asia turo banku dinti.
I know that I am a Gambian
Ngalon kontemu Gambian koleti.
and I know that I have a religion
Andu ngalon ko dino mbewle kono dino le bembulu.
and I belong to one ethnic group in this country.
Mbota si kiline kono nyum banko ka.
These four places that these four tenets that I've spoken about,
Nganyim bunda na nulu menga kumo foten.
they all have values, norms, you name it.
Ibeye baraka dal lesoto taranyalu keta kolu alin ku kendolu men be dendingala isa be fo afode
But when you
dawdama
fall within that confine,
adu nina tatarawo kolu kono
it will guide you.
awole be kelela tarambulo te ka wole be sino
It's
itandilela
very unspeakable. People insulting elders today in this country.
nyimmu ku fo balole te ku ke balolem molu be nyim banko kam
It's our
bi
religion.
ibe molu nenna ibe ke balu nenna même fa nenna dino manta
What is our being African and being Gambian?
mune keta dalilo munte lag mo fin diya na Gambia diya silang
I think
adalilo
we decide to respect one another,
ngamira nsinyinta kanyobunya
and we decide to argue based on substance,
andu nimbe ko kundinkela ke kuti membe semberin kula
we will move forward.
ninga tawonya na tonya sabati nimbitala le
Let's stop the talking and act now.
na biya mobula na kuketa numa nga tonya tamandi.
Mr. Chairman, it seems as if you want to signal me.
Mr. Chairman ngamira ilafta ilafta signal
No.
Chairman go ali
Please go on.
Very important.
kumayata bake
If at all your father was not killed, if your uncle was not killed, your auntie wasn't killed, your niece, nephews weren't killed or tortured, or incarcerated, that culture of denial must stop. I am also with a concern that this honorable commission, this very important commission, should not be taken for a ride. I hope and I know witnesses that comes here and lie to this commission. I'm sure you have a way to deal with those people. I want to take this opportunity to go a little bit out of our topic. Mr. Chairman, Honorable Council, Honorable Council, witness those Sita Jang. Said one witness came and sat here. According to 2 tons drug destroyed by the drug law enforcement agency was not correct, was not done. He said the 2 tons of drug, sirafango, ton fulo mutata jang, inatanyim foko yolu be jali lekatinya, I have documents here. When that drug was handed over by the then principal magistrate of Banjul, principal magistrate member of Banjul, Bria Saundi, when he was handing over that drug, dealer in the presence of all the security establishment in this country, who had keys to the store or the place where these drugs were kept. The weight and measures were present. They took the women, they weighed everything, and it was exactly what was put in there. I have this document to debunk that statement, so that people coming to this honorable commission should stop lying.
Mr. Witness, I think if you have something to prove something that has been said before the commission, perhaps there should be a better way to do it. Send the information to the commission and the commission would look at it. Or write something in the newspaper and state your position. But certainly what you have is no proof that the drug was destroyed. All you have is proof that the drug was handed over to state officials. So, but we are not here inquiring about drugs.
It's because someone came here and lied before this honorable commission.
Yes, but that's your position, that's your view, that the person lied. Lots of testimonies have been had here, and you have divided opinions as to who is being truthful and who is lying. So the statement you're making certainly is in defense of people that you work with, people who serve in the same institution as you. Laudable as that may be, perhaps there should have been a better way of doing it.
No, this witness is not working with us even.
No, what I mean is, it is in defense of the integrity of law enforcement.
Exactly.
So it could have been done differently. If you had liaised with me, perhaps I would have guided you as to how to do it.
Thank you so much.
Because if you have relevant evidence, perhaps this is not the time to but anyway, I just thought I should say that. But this is certainly not an exonerating point. It just shows that the drugs was entrusted into the hands of state agents. And that is what the witness said. You know, what you have is no proof of the fact that the drug did not disappear afterwards, or that part of the drug did not disappear afterwards. So thank you.
And this is the time that I would indicate my position on how you're going. If you can conclude your remarks, I'd appreciate it very much. We have another witness that we're preparing for, and the video link arrangement, there is some time element involved in that. But please continue.
I once more thank everybody in this hall. And I thank the Gambian people for the patience that they have. It's not easy when you are alleged, or when someone alleged that this guy killed your father or did that to your family member.
Aman sono ya kanyin fulondiko nyin kari fulana nyine fa wala nyine nyin ku kari kela badin kari la.
And you are still having the patience and waiting for the law to take its course.
Adun hanim bi be siring ibe munyaring iko ka luale batu pour luaye silo nyinta.
To the Ghanaian families,
sako Ghana dimbayalu,
whose people, whose sons were killed, I pray to Almighty Allah that Allah give them all the courage and patience
for Allah say ahammo aning amunyo dundi ibeso ndono kono
accept this unfortunate situation.
We are
thankful to Allah that the truth has been revealed.
That
definitely a rogue officer, a rogue regime actually was involved in this whole incident. And I admire their courage to come here to say they killed and did that. Definitely it is just extraordinary. To the Ghanaian government, I hope they will look for find a place in their heart to continue to accept the Gambia as a younger brother.
Isi continue ye Gambia mutako idokole mu Gambia bankoti, and
the Gambia government
adun Gambia man sakunda
to be able to apologize sincerely to the Ghanaian authorities.
Isi bolo sayo ke bolo say sahari no mentimata kaw bolo sayo di Ghana
alongside other nationalities, the countries of other nationalities involved,
anin banku kotonul fanan la mulu meni tataw faro kono,
and the world at large.
Anin dunia mu mewbe.
This was really despicable. It is, you just cannot imagine or believe that it has happened. But we pray to Almighty Allah that He is able to give us all the courage to accept this reality. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so that it does not happen again. As depicted in your slogan, never again.
Never again.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Shukran, Sayyid Drammeh. Thank you very much for your testimony and for your very, very wise and concluding remarks.
Mr. Drammeh, ila sede yaro kan ani kumakang kumfa kumakang nyimmalu menula.
We will take a break now. Council is the next witness ready, and the video link arrangements have been put in place. And can we start them in about an hour or so? Is that okay, or you want us to start a bit earlier, depending on the arrangements that you've worked out with the witness?
I stand guided by you, Mr. Chair. I do want to believe that the arrangements are in place, so we can come back.
We will resume then at 3:30. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you again very much, Mr. Drammeh.
Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
For all your pastry, bakery, and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings, and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European, and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe, and other services. At CK Restaurant, customer satisfaction is our priority.
Love like fire. Wow. Love like fire. Xam ngeen rek affaire bi xam ngeen fan la? Skincare la. 2020 lañ wax de. Waaw. Fii nag mooy Kerr fan, Kerr zero tache. Perfect skin. Skincare saa su ne rek niñ ko dee defee rek. Loo lañ soxlaati rek. Maanaam bu dee am problème ci seen skin yéen xam ngeen fan la fii ngeen di ñëw suma xarit yeeg am di jàmm yi nga xam ne taas daf lañ sonaloon xam nga doon xeesal ba la ka xum éneew ma lañ ko nag waaye just in case comme ni ko gars yi di waxee rek en cas just in case loolu xew xam ngeen fi ngeen di ñëw fii ngeen di ñëw Skincare Plus si yu baax rek la ñoo dox nag ay baax rek fu ne la ñoo dem ci réew mi di lañ indi rek nag products yu baax du Paris du Italie du USA du fi mu nekk nii sax boole nañ ci nag Sweden fu nekk lañ leen a indilee products bu dee tamit nag da nga ñuul rek ñu lay jamaa natural beauty that melanin dripping we do have stuff for you as well emuñ si skincare products rek ñu ngi ci cuub yi tamit fu ne la ñoo jaar in fact sax last commercial bi ñu defoon waxuñ leen woon ne dañoo dox ci ay kawar 9A grade rek nag waaw we do have bundles as well hair si lu ne la ñoo dox ñun ñu ngi ci rafetal jigéen rek luy taaral jigéen rek waaw boo leen di tukki tamit bëggoon rek classic suitcase ñu dañoo dox ci ay Samsonite duñ dee indi any brand of suitcases though other than Samsonite comme li ma dee wax rek boo eggee airport dëri Samsonite dafa am nuñ laa xoolee waaw ngeen ne lan nag waaw skin ci moom la ñu gën a xamee nag skincare products ci moom la ñu gën a xamee ñu ngi dox tamit bentee tamit si ay dàlla man waaye man nag skincare mooy suma specialty xam nga rek jigéen bu sa xar kanam réglé loo def mu jag am nañ Patricia Reiner, Kiwi Eye, the whole range, Lighten Up Gold, Tomatine. I mean, the list can just go on and on and on and on. Lépp loo xam ne rek luy taaral jigéen la ci yooyu rek la ñoo dox. Skincare Plus nag emuñ si Gambia rek ñu ngi United States ñu ngi Gambia fii ba pare bu dee yaa ngi anywhere in Europe mun nañ la ko mail within 3 days rek ñetti fan rek nga jot say diw emuñ si loolu rek dañ laa consult tamit balaa ñu laa jaay diw dinañ def a free consultation pour wax la rek exactly li nga xam ne moo méngoo ak sa kanam dinañ leen wax tamit ne rek am nañ perfumes, you know, fragrances, men's shirts, accessories. We do dresses as well. We do blouses. I mean, we do shoes. Name it, we do them. Skincare Plus 2020 is our year of perfection. Zero task. Fi mu nekk nii réew mi fii kenn waratu fi task kenn waratu fi am problème kanam kenn waratu fi am problème picture boo ko amee dafa fekk ne rek ñëwuloo ci place bi fii.
Bring my